It was late afternoon. The sun was melting into the river, and the sound of water brushing against the boat filled the air. On the shore stood a professor, a man of great knowledge, proud of his achievements and degrees. He was on his way to a nearby village to give a lecture, and the only way across was this small weathered boat. The old boatman greeted him with a humble smile. "Good evening, sir. Shall we cross?" The professor nodded, stepping carefully into the boat, his shoes clean, his coat pressed. As the boat drifted into the middle of the river, silence wrapped around them. Only the rhythmic splash of the oars could be heard. After a few minutes, the professor cleared his throat. "Tell me, old man," he said, "do you know how to read and write?" The boatman shook his head. "No, sir, never learned. My life has always been on this river." The professor frowned slightly. "Such a shame," he murmured. "Then you've wasted half your life." The boatman only smiled. His eyes, calm as the river, held no anger, just quiet acceptance. The boat kept moving, slicing the water gently. The professor glanced at the stars beginning to appear and asked again, "Do you know anything about the stars? About astronomy?" The boatman chuckled. "No, sir. I only know which ones help me find my way home." The professor sighed. "Ah, you really have wasted most of your life." Suddenly, a gust of wind swept across the river. The calm water turned restless. The boat rocked gently at first, then harder. The old boatman looked at the sky. His face grew serious. "Storm's coming," he said quietly. "Hold on tight." Within minutes, thunder cracked open the sky. Sheets of rain poured down. Waves slapped the sides of the small boat. The professor clutched his briefcase, terrified. "What? What should we do?" he cried. "Keep still," said the boatman, his voice steady even as the wind howled. Lightning flashed, illuminating their faces, fear and focus etched across them. "Professor," the boatman shouted through the storm, "can you swim?" The professor's voice broke. "No, I can't." The boatman nodded sadly. "Then, sir, you're about to lose your whole life." Hours seemed to pass before the rain stopped. The old boatman pulled the professor safely to the shore and helped him sit beneath a tree. The professor gasped for air, trembling. His fine coat was torn, his glasses gone, his books drifting somewhere down the river. He looked at the old man beside him, the same man he had pitied for his lack of knowledge, and realized how powerless he truly was. The professor lowered his head. I was wrong," he whispered. "All my learning, all my pride, none of it helped me when the river turned wild." The boatman smiled gently, his voice soft and kind. "Sir, each of us knows something the other doesn't. The river taught me how to survive. The world taught you how to think. But wisdom, my friend, is learning when to listen and when to be humble." The next morning, the professor helped the old man fix his broken boat. He worked slowly, carefully, for the first time with his own hands. As they pushed the boat back into the water, he smiled. "I came here thinking I was the teacher," he said softly, "but the river and you taught me more than any book ever could." The boatman nodded, eyes warm. "The river gives wisdom to those who respect it." The professor turned to look at the glistening waves, and in that moment he understood. Knowledge can make you clever, but humility makes you truly wise.